So our next act, you probably recognize her from the Squirrel Watchers Club. One of the founders. Please welcome Jessica Evans.
I do like squirrels. This is loud. Anyway, so I'm turning 20 soon, which, you know, for the first time, I feel like I'm feeling a really big change. I feel like 20 is a big deal. It is a big deal, and I realize that there's a whole list of things that I just can't get away with anymore, like racism. Not that I'm not racist. Like, I don't condone racism, obviously, but you know, like when a little kid does something inadvertently racist, it's like kind of adorable. Like, for example, I remember when I was probably about 4 years old, I was watching a Michael Jackson 5 special on TV with my parents, and I was just so into it, and I turned to my mom, and I was just like, this is amazing. Who would have thought he'd grow up to be such a great basketball player? And he was a really similar, I swear. Like, I can't say things like that anymore. I can't just accidentally say that, or like I just won't get a job. And it's unfortunate, but I really realize that I'm getting older because, you know, like when your older relatives call to check in on the family, they usually call like your mom or dad. Well, my aunt has started calling me now, and I get messages from her pretty frequently, and they're always the same. You know when you usually leave someone a message, you like give them a little flavor of what to expect in the conversation? Like you'll say like, "Hi, it's Jessica, just calling to discuss our plans for Friday, call me back." My aunt doesn't seem to think that that's necessary, and so I'll get messages from her, and they'll just say, "Hi, it's Anne." And I'll wait that long. She won't say anything else. And she just like wants to call to let me know she's like still existing. That she's not happy about it. But you know, I should give her some credit. She spiced it up a little recently. I got a message from her the other day and it said, "Hi, it's Anne. Going in for my colonoscopy." Which I think it's interesting. I think once you start collecting Social Security, that's like the substitute for like, "Hey, how are you? I'm fine." You like list all your medical ailments. So it'll be like, "Yeah, I'm good. You know, got a colonoscopy on Thursday. Got a little bit of the gout. Maybe the diabetes. I had some milk today. It was on the sell-by date, and I'm feeling a little gassy. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm lactose intolerant. I might also not be lactose intolerant. I think we should have a long discussion about it later. Call me back." Like, I'm not ready for that. I don't feel ready for that. I don't feel ready to let go of childhood. I think childhood is great because there's this innocence to it. You can ask any question that you have, and you don't have to be embarrassed about it. Like, if you don't know something now, there are things you're just supposed to know, and if you have the question, you just have to find out on your own, or just wonder forever, because people will judge you. Like, I remember when I was little, I was at summer camp with my friend, and we were in this heated debate. We went up to our counselor, we decided that she was going to help us answer, so I waddled up to her. I was weird back then. I waddled up to her and I was like, "Excuse me, can I ask you a question?" I also had a speech impediment, apparently. She was like, "Yeah, sure, what?" And I was like, "Do boys have 2 balls or 3 balls?"
Two.
I mean, I know that. The answer is 2, for those of you who didn't hear it. But it's 2.
No!
It's 2.
No!
Sorry. Sorry if you thought differently. But it was just
3.
We can keep talking about it if you want. It's still going to be 2.
Most of us.
Unless you're that a Lance Armstrong joke. Anyway, now I've lost my train of thought. Thanks, guys. Anyway, so I realized that you can't get away with that kind of thing anymore. Just for the record, I was the one that said 2, my friend said 3. I only knew, though, because of the time that my dad's towel accidentally fell off when he was getting out of the shower. That's when I heard him say the F word for the first time. Also, I was only pretty sure that's what they meant by balls. But, it's true. There are just certain things you can't do anymore. And I think the perfect example of like childhood innocence and like getting away with things is probably my friend Lily. She was just one of those kids that just didn't give a shit what anyone thought about her. She would roll into class like 30 minutes late with a donut, wearing a cow suit. She was a ginger, so you can imagine. What can I say? And so one time we were sitting on my couch, we were watching TV, eating Oreos, and she was cow suited up, and I looked over at her and I noticed she just had chocolate all over her face, everywhere. And I was like, Lily, what happened? What's going on? She was like, I don't know. These double stuffed are crazy. They had just come out with double stuffed. And so I was like, okay, I guess that's acceptable. And I kept watching. I looked back a minute later, see her do one of these. You can't get away with that shit anymore. You can't do that. You just can't do that. And I think that that's wrong. So I think the moral of the story is things you can't get away with anymore. Racism. You gotta know how many balls men have. And no Oreo face. And I think it's even weird now to like separate the Oreo and eat the cream out first, and then like eat the cookie after. People think you're weird for like liking one part of the cookie more and saving that for last. But I think to those people you should just say, that's just not right. I'm mature now. I like all parts of the cookie. I just like them separate, but equal.